Today's horror story is from Worm Keaton. It is about apparently I'm not gay enough.
That's quite a statement. Let's find out why this person thinks they're not gay enough.
Yeah, or somebody else thinks they are not gay enough.
Yeah, probably somebody else does.
I can't even assume what is going to happen. How is it possible to be not gay or straight enough? Maybe on borderline like bi, how do you call it in America?
Bi. Yeah.
Bi.
There's a lot of different categories in America. I don't know if it's everywhere, but there's a lot of different categories.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe this person, I don't know. I mean, I would assume if you're gay enough.
You are gay.
Is there a scale? Maybe there's like your statistics in D&D, right? You have Constitution 18. Maybe they needed gay 18 and they got like 12.
Bro, 18, it is way too much, I guess.
You think too much?
I think 16 is more than enough.
16 is good?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the difference. I thought it was like
OP.
Kind of curious as to how you're too gay or not gay enough. You ready?
Let's move.
Let's do it. Let's find out. I joined this game a friend of mine was running because we had done D&D together a while back and he was a bro. Hit the ground running at first, got along with everyone there. One of them, who I hadn't met before, was Jess. Initially, we got along great. We both shared a story first, gameplay second philosophy. I like that.
Okay, yeah, completely agree. This is what I prefer as well. Collaborative storytelling in D&D.
Absolutely. So it was a pleasure to be in a scene with her, with Jess. I was playing a Dragonborn cleric, and I'd made the decision to base his religion loosely around Catholic theology and philosophy. This included being celibate. Boy, do I hate having to introduce that about him, but sadly, it's pertinent.
Well, what's pertinent?
Okay.
What's pertinent?
Pertinent means important to the story.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't like introducing his character as having to be celibate, but it's important to the rest of the story.
Yeah, this is not what you say first time you meet a person. Hi, I'm celibate. I'm in celibacy. I prefer not to have sex.
I don't know. I play D&D to get away from reality. I have my beliefs as well. I don't really try to bring them into the game. I do have a faith-based game that we play, and I do bring it in there, but everybody agrees to that.
Okay.
In normal games, I don't. So I'm not really sure why he brought like Catholic theology and philosophy into their game, but maybe it is a faith-based game. I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Because story first, I don't know. There are so many gods in D&D to choose from for cleric.
Yeah. Okay. So he goes on to say, or she, I'm assuming it's a he, we're bros. He said, and he was a bro. So I assume that means they're both guys. I'm lucky enough to live in a fairly left-wing part of the world. I thought we said we weren't going to do politics. I guess we're doing a little bit. We didn't bring it in, though. We didn't.
We are trying to stay away. We're trying.
Yeah. So I've always been open about my homosexuality. So a few sessions in, I made some silly little self-deprecating joke. Jess perked up like a dog hearing the can opener and said,
"You're gay? Really?"
From then on out, things took a turn. It was subtle at first, but the way she treated me and the way her character treated mine changed. A lot of that earlier ease that they had between them was gone. She had taken on a bizarre, ingratiating tone, which hadn't been there before.
She was into him.
You think so?
I'm pretty sure. Because the girls change when they find out that you are, for example, occupied, you have a girlfriend, and first they are hitting on you, and then they are friendly, and you are like bros, as told before. But after she knows that you have a significant other, for example, or you're a gay, so you are unavailable, they suddenly start to be rude and have a revenge.
I don't understand why he uses, where's the term, ingratiating. I don't understand why he uses that term. Maybe we'll find out as we read on. I don't know.
I don't even know this term, ingratiation tone.
It's ingratiating tone means like almost patronizing. Like, I'm all for your gayness, but that would play against her being interested in him and now finding out that he's not available. We'll find out. Let's read on and see if it is explained.
Vice versa of mansplaining, opposite.
Womansplaining?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's a little strange so far. So let's see where it goes. Ingratiating tone. She'd bring up my sexual orientation, perhaps too much. I don't know why that's being brought up in the game at all. It's not your character's sexual orientation. It's you, the player.
Maybe your characters as well.
Maybe.
I don't really like to play characters opposite orientation than I am, for example. I don't know how to play gay.
Yeah.
So I assume that most people play the same orientation, assuming.
I don't really ask that in my games. If somebody wants to bring it up, I'm fine with that, but I know my players, and whether they're gay or not doesn't matter to me. That's their choice.
In our group, there is a girl. She is married. She is straight, probably, but she always into some gay things. So she was a couple with a girl in the game when I was a DM, and also the game we are playing, she really wants one of NPCs to hit another guy.
Yeah.
I contradict myself. Apparently it doesn't concern women.
Maybe. Yeah, it might be. I don't know. I know in one game I play in, one of the female players is married, but she plays kind of bi. She's into everybody kind of thing.
Maybe she is.
She may be. I don't know her that well, personal life.
I think even her husband doesn't know her as much, probably.
That's possible too. People have secrets.
Yep.
So whenever Jess would hear about this person's interests, sports, pro wrestling, noir movies, and the like, there would be these odd little comments. Many of them weren't so bad in isolation, but taken together, they were strange. I particularly remember some comment about wrestling.
Oh, I know why you're like that.
Yeah, with an implied wink. Wink, wink. Then her male character, so Jess is a woman playing a male character too, begins flirting with my cleric, the Dragonborn cleric.
What did I tell you?
Yeah,
What did I tell you? She was into him. Yeah. She is upset he is unavailable.
Yeah, so so the cleric, his cleric was flattered but not interested for reasons cited. So he's a gay player playing a celibate male straight character, and she's a woman playing a gay male character. So this is getting really confusing. I need a scorecard for this. Relationship map for D&D. We had an honestly lovely little scene where her character felt dejected by his rejection of him, her character, which is a guy, but expressed that he really valued their friendship. I thought it was really nice, but then she kept doing it. It was at least once a session, and frequently more than that. My character...
Yeah, this is because whenever you see that a girl try to say, we can be friends, but she is into you, or a guy is into a girl and he says, okay, we're going to be friends. They never mean it. If they are into a person, they can't be friends anymore. It is past that level. You can't be friends with someone you really like. It never happens.
Do girls get friend zoned? I know boys get friend zoned by girls.
Yeah,
right?
Girls too.
And there's no way out of that. Once you're in the friend zone, that's it for you, right? But do males friend zone females? I don't think that's a thing. No.
Yes.
I think in the back of our minds, all men, if they're interested in a girl, stay interested in them forever and think that there's some way out of it, even when there's not, out of the friend zone. But I don't think it's the same for women.
The same.
You think it is?
Yeah, I know for sure.
You do. I've never experienced this.
It happens frequently. Yeah, they're completely the same. Maybe not that frequently. Not that often, but it happens a lot. And not that obvious, because males mostly express their feelings more. Girls are more subtle.
That's probably true. And in this, case, in this example, I think she's feeling like she got friend zoned and she's rebelling against this friend zone.
She explicitly said we can become friends. Okay, we will be friends. Never meant it because she
No.
is waiting for her opportunity or her chance.
She's lurking.
Crawling.
So she kept doing it. It was at least once a session, and frequently more than that. My character explained to her character, though it was also partly for her, that this wasn't okay and it made him feel uncomfortable. But the lesson didn't take. Things came to a head when her character made some pretty nasty insinuations about mine being repressed and imprisoned by his religion. So their friendship soured. So my character was still polite to hers, but it was pretty clear that they were work colleagues only at this point. Jess wasn't fond of that and asked why I was
Avoiding her. Why are you avoiding me?
for doing
What her character would do.
That's one of my most hated lines in D&D. What my character would do.
It becomes my favorite one.
It always comes right after or right before you're about to do something that's completely against the rest of the party and the campaign.
Yes.
It almost never is innocuous. It's almost always a big deal when people say that. So I said that was grand and all, but I was doing the same thing. He was playing his own character the way his character would be played. These repeated unwanted sexual overtures and direct insults to his faith aren't going to bring these people closer together. From then on, her character became consumed with this desire to knock and badmouth and denigrate my cleric's faith at every turn. Out of character.
Damn it.
Yeah.
This is like according to a book. You
Yeah.
can study it, like reading all of that. They do it. He describes what women do when they get rejected.
It's true. Even in situations where they know that the man is unavailable, she's getting pretty bad. Like,
Yeah.
you knew from the start he was unavailable and you're going to these lengths. This is crazy.
Bad move.
This is not looking good at all. And it's ruining their game. Like, this is supposed to be a game. You're supposed to have fun playing this game. And she's turned it into like a bad, like the worst episode of the dating game.
I would not want to play with a girl like that, especially if she gets aggressive.
From then on, her character became consumed with desire to knock and badmouth and denigrate my cleric's faith at every turn. Out of character, she went on these bizarre anti-theist rants. I'm not religious, but wow. The GM and I would sometimes talk sports during the breaks, and she'd sigh loudly for enough for us to hear. She then upgraded to knocking me personally.
She becomes misogynistic also.
Yeah. She says, I didn't get a reference to some pop star that she'd made, and she said,
Are you actually gay? She is
From
hitting
anyone-
on him. John,
Yeah.
she is hitting on him. Now she doubts his orientation. Trying
Yeah,
to sneak in, you see? Trying to sneak in, finding ways. This is crazy.
that would have been a funny line, but with her behavior toward me, it seemed kind of like an attack. It was definitely an attack. It made everyone uncomfortable, at least. Finally, the GM had to tell her to ease up, and she said outright that she was just trying to help me. Oh yeah, that's helpful. That I was
Self-hating gay.
Right.
Holy damn.
who was clearly repressed and making excuses. She cited my cleric's religiosity, that's a weird word, and my own general predilection for more masculine interests. This is, yeah. I don't want to get political at all. And we talked about not wanting to do that, but it's none of your business what his interests are. He can be gay and like football. He can be straight and like dolls. So she calls him a self-hating gay who is clearly repressed and making excuses, and cited his cleric's religion and his own homosexuality as in contradiction. Like, you have to behave a certain way just because you feel a certain way. That's nonsense. That's just another way to attack people. The GM then privately offered to kick her from the game, but I wasn't keen on being the interloper who broke up a happy group, so I just left. The whole thing left a bad taste in my mouth anyway.
I don't agree with him.
It doesn't sound like anybody else or the GM had any problems with who he was or who his character was. Only this one person. And if she's going to be this aggressive with him, she'll eventually be that aggressive with everybody else.
Yeah, she has too many red flags. There's too much to consider, and ruining the game. They offer you to stay and kick her out. You
Right.
don't decide for them whom they want to stay with. Anyway, they are going to kick her out as well. So I don't agree with that. Like making decisions for the group. You like her more than me. No, they said we will keep on playing with you and kick her out. Do not tell them who to choose.
Jess has no right to be behaving this way in this game. She should have backed off when she was asked to kindly at the beginning, and none of it should have gotten this far.
Yeah, I met girls like that who also they start to consider you're having a girlfriend, but she is not good enough for you, saying like that. And you know that there is not going to be a good relationship with her. So you try to zone out. And if you're gay and they start to do that,
I don't know what her end game was here. Was she trying to convert him in real life or convert him in the game? I'm not
real
sure
life.
which she was trying to do. Maybe both.
but she played a male character though. Somebody,
Yeah.
maybe for some romance in game at least, and he decided to be a in celibacy.
Find a way to accept people for who they are, or you're going to have a hard time finding friends, games, people in general.
Yeah, and learn how to accept rejections. People have their right to say no.
And you should just accept that. We need to be accepting of what other people say and feel.
They have free will and they have freedom of choice.
Exactly.